muscle. Just
Well, what's up, guys? It's Tom here for PhilAndTomPlus.com. Today we're doing podcast, whatever it's called. I don't know still. I'm here with Mum.
Hi everyone, and it's called What's Happening, Tom.
Whatever. I'm here with Dad, Phil.
Are you awake, Phil?
Yep.
You with us? Can
Yep.
you hear us, Phil?
Yeah, I can.
And today we're
That's a
gonna-
bit of a low blow. God, I've gone for a hearing test yesterday, and they've said I've got impaired hearing. In fact, my left ear is much worse than my right ear. And
Well,
she comes out this morning with a little jab in
Well,
the guts
I'm
to
on
say,
your right
"Can you hear me,
side.
Phil?"
I'm on your right side, so you
And
should be
Tom-
able to hear me loud and
Have a
clear.
look at Tom over there. He's picked up, and now he's just miming as if, I'm a bloody...
Anyway, so this is the What's Happening Now podcast. We're going to go for about 10 minutes, and we're just going to talk about what's been happening in the world of business at Phil and Tom. Dad, go ahead.
Business or just
Well,
whatever?
last night I did a webinar. Just if I just remember just some of the latest things the last day or two, I did a webinar, and basically this webinar, I'm recording this webinar for this product we're building, and called the Transformation Trigger. And anyway, this webinar is it went for an hour 15, and because the information that I'm reading from was like. It was basically about 50 pages. so some of the things, I wasn't really enjoying it. But what happens is out of these, I guess it's out of every adversity comes the seed of a greater benefit. So now that's not really an adversity in any shape or form, but, I was just not really enjoying it. So I think, you know what, hang on a minute. I'm actually planning to get up on stage. I'm building a stage show. And so this is going to really help me because you really have to, you have to talk basically for an hour and a half.
That's a novel.
So this will be
idea.
helpful for that. And then as I'm reading through it, I'm actually reading this stuff, and I hadn't read it before, and I'm thinking, well, this is not bad. Some of this stuff's not actually bad. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, this is quite good. So the problem was that when I got to the end of the webinar, once again, it started okay, but somewhere 24 minutes in, it's the picture's disconnected and it's just got the Phil and Tom logo, and I have to do it again. So I thought, okay, well, next time when I do it, at least I'm going to cut out some things, basically. So I'm going to now, so basically the point is that you put this effort in, it's for a longer range goal, and you learn crap as you go, and that would be true with everything that we've done, basically. The other exciting thing is that, we get these leads coming in organically just in the last week since the 1st of July. I've just noticed that, well, I don't know who's doing things here. I know we're creating videos, but people are sort of subscribing, and that happened again. It's the old story that, while we're sleeping, somebody's watching a video somewhere. I think it's in Canada and America, if I look at the stats. They say that they're sort of searching for video, so I don't really know how they get them, but they look at us and they must go, maybe they've seen us a couple of times, I actually don't know, but they subscribe to our channel, and so people are sort of, just drip. We're probably, I would say, 12 months into an 18-month program, which you spoke about, Tom, and the other thing, the reverse of that, is that you did a video in a total reverse situation, which basically got, in 3 days, 13,500 views, and you picked up, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 subscribers, something like that. It was just a total reverse of...
There's more like 130 subscribers.
Exactly, that's what I was testing to see if you could find out 130 subscribers in one day, and so in 3 days. So they're just a couple of little things that have gone on in the last couple of days that I can remember.
Business-wise. Oh, well, we're just, what are we doing business-wise? Playing around with our new website, which at the moment is down for maintenance. So we're just fiddling around with that in the background. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And then once we get it up, we'll get it into Blue to vet it and tell us where we should change things and whatever else. And so yeah, so that's where I'm at. It's been a bit of a pain because it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up. You can work on it, you can't work on it. Affects this, affects that, but oh well, we'll get over that.
And I think for, if people are interested, I mean, we've sort of been, we've invested tens of thousands of dollars into traffic, and, we learned some things about that. And so we're doing a very, 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 three varies, special course, which does involve traffic and optimization and sales funnels. And we're getting tutored by the very best people. Now, you talk about a website, what my brain says is when you start advertising, people are going to go to that website. They're going to end up there. And so it's great to have it, the three big things, and you did a video on it. It's got to be mobile friendly. It's got to load fast. And one of the things you talked about in your video was that images, can really sort of, slow it down. So our website's pretty alive. It's alive with action every day. It's got stuff. And it's, so when we start investing in traffic, we will find that there will be people that are just going to be finding their way there, because that's happened to us before.
Yeah.
So
well, that's
I'm just
the
adding
goal.
some context to your website thing.
Yes, Tom, your turn.
Well, I've had a very progressive week, which is good. It feels kind of slow in terms of doing stuff, but it's been a very progressive week. The first thing is the VSL. I handed that off to Dad, and he said he's going to spend a couple of hours on
Video sales letter.
getting his head around benefits and features, the differences between those. So that's moved forward just a little bit before the Saturday call. Also, I got a partnership. There's this thing in YouTube called networks, and they're there to help promote your channel and give you tools to optimize your channel and your videos. So I got the partnership, and it was a pain in the ass because I had to set up a few things like AdSense and
Was this for your Tom Spartan?
this is for Tom Spartan.
Mm.
I had to set up an AdSense account so I could monetize the videos, which you can't do in the first month of your channel, and that's been done. So today, or in the next couple of days, I should be getting an email from them saying, all ready to go, here's your login details.
And you got your YouTube URL because you
And I also got a YouTube URL, which again you can't do unless you get 500 subscribers, which has happened in the last week or so. So now if you go to youtube.com/Tom Spartan TV, that goes to my channel rather than just some gibberish at the end.
Yeah.
And also,
the numbers and
Can I
whatever.
just ask, what does that mean, this YouTube URL? What's that mean?
So instead of
it's the domain. You know
name.
how we go to philandtomplus.com
Yeah.
and it goes to the website? Well, now, if you go to youtube.com/Tom Spartan TV,
Right.
it goes to my channel.
Right.
Before it was just youtube.com/gibberish.
Right.
So it's just good for branding.
It's channel
Good for
ID.
branding, yeah. Okay, right. And you've got to have 500
You have to have
subscribers.
500 subs to do that.
Mm. That's right. Well,
Subs, YouTube talkie.
Okay.
well, basically with the Phil and Tom, we're approaching 200, and it's been a real, just a grind, because we're building I guess a long-term, channel for that. But I guess I just envision that in the end, it's a list, same as email list, same as maybe might not be same. It's a list. It's a list of same as you'd have on Facebook is more your likes, isn't it? That's a rented list, per se. And it's all about.
I think that's a good word for it. It's a rented list.
Yeah.
I like that word for it because at any time YouTube can just take it away.
Sure.
They can take it away for anyone. I was just
Same
looking
with Facebook.
just looking at some stats just before on Social Blade. It's a YouTube stats site where you can look at stats of other channels. And there was this time, it was about a year ago, I think it was, year and a half ago, and we heard about it, where YouTube was cutting people's subscribers off.
Yeah, but it was.
They were just getting rid of them because they were dead subscribers, dead accounts, and they weren't active subscribers, something like that. And this girl, she had like 70,000 or 80,000 subscribers, and in one day she went down to back down to 3,000, which is just And amazingly, I mean that would be that's like a massive kick to the guts. And she kept going, and now she's about to hit 100,000 again.
So what else is happening in your week? You got a few things in the planning, haven't you?
Well, again, progressive week. The other thing that happened was we got a camera and filming equipment about a couple of months ago, and we haven't been able to use it, and we've been I did a camera class, and then it was a crap camera class because the guy was terrible teacher. So we found this Aussie chick on the internet. She does photography. She also does videos for a DSLR camera, and we've booked it in. Finally booked in a class
27th.
for the 27th,
Yeah,
and she
27th.
seems very, very confident in a 2-hour session. That so it's half the time that the guy
Yeah,
at Michael's camera store had.
but it's one-on-one.
But this is one-on-one. But she said what I like. She's after the call. She sent me an email saying this, and she also said I don't provide notes because it's all practical course. You can take notes if you want, but it's all practical, which I like because the other course not practical at all. You're sitting there fucking looking at a screen and he's fucking going through shit. It's like tell me how to fucking use the camera.
Mm.
So she seems extremely confident that in 2 hours I'm going to be able to just pick up the camera and film. I won't have to worry
And
about
she's
any
going
of
to
the
do
basics.
lighting too, isn't she?
Well, that's part of the basics.
Yeah.
Lighting.
How much does it
using
cost to
the
do
camera.
that?
I think it's for 2 hours is $250. Sorry, take that back. The first hour is $250. The
Mm.
second hour is $90.
90.
Mm.
And any extra hour. But she said she seems very confident that, based on the conversation that we had, where my knowledge is at,
Mm.
that 2 hours is going to be enough and you'll be good to go.
Right.
It's very exciting because that camera is like you got to be a fucking scientist to use that thing.
Mm.
It's fucking brutal. Anyway, that's what's been happening to me.
Okay. Any other news from the table?
No.
Besides, so tell me this, Phil, with this hearing thing.
Mm.
So do you what do you think you're going to do about this hearing thing, Phil?
Well, as we were talking, I gave the same example as Lenny. You know, our Uncle Len. He's in his late 70s, and he doesn't want to go on his walker. You know, and part of the reason possibly is it's this admission that you're over the hill or getting old. You've reached this point. It's the same as old people. As you're taking the license off them, they know this is all thing, but it's that thing. So I'm at this realization that I'm, basically, my hearing is not as good. But like the guy said, he did say that, well, you could have been like this all your life. We actually don't know.
No, because you have not been. We have to repeat everything we say in a conversation.
Well, it's not that bad. It's not everything.
What'd
But
you
there
say?
are times when
What?
it's like,
Hey?
oh my God, really? You didn't hear that?
Yeah,
It's
but
not that- I don't think it's that
my,
often,
he said my left ear's worse than the other. But I guess the thing I think about it, he said you can get these and he didn't want to use the word hearing aids, but because that would be, oh my God, But what would you do if you needed a knee brace? What would you do if you needed something teeth brace? It's all
Or crutches.
Or what?
Crutches. Like if you had to have crutches for 6 weeks.
But I mean, it's the same thing, I guess, maybe it's this perception that, if you had something in your ear that, you're, basically over the hill, as opposed to being a rock star because they wear, things in their ear as well. So yeah, I'm not really, he said it's all up to you, what you want to do. So that's...
to be continued.
Hmm.
Well, that's it for us, guys. We hope you have a great weekend. And
great talking to you guys.
And we will talk to you
we'll leave it
next
and see you next
week.
week.
Thomas, did you want to say goodbye to everybody, or did you just want to walk away rudely? He's finger pointing. I don't know what he's doing. He's saying, I'm going. That was goodbye, everybody from Tom. Have a great week.